Hey, what's good, family? This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope you guys are having a blessed and wonderful day. Today is Thursday, so we're almost at the end of the week. I hope that you're having a blessed and wonderful day. Hope that you guys are able to, go outdoors and enjoy the weather. I know in many parts of the country, the weather is starting to get warm. I know it's hot back in Detroit. It's almost close to 90. So y'all just stay cool, um, stay hydrated, and stay safe. But at the same time, try to enjoy some sun, get some vitamin D. This is a day that Allah has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. In the likelihood that your day is not going well or that you're having one of those days, because we all do, we're all human. Always remember this. Tough times don't last, tough people do. Keep your hope, trust, and faith in Allah God, and He will see you through. I could definitely bear witness to that. Get into the topic for this video. So, we know Caitlin Clark wasn't selected to the U.S. women's Olympic basketball team, and it's like Negroes are in their feelings. Black people, well, so-called black people. I'm referring to like the Shannon Sharps, the Stephen A. Smiths, the Jason Whitlocks. Even though I respect him a little more because his views kind of align with mine, many of his views, but still he's caping. Um, see Stephen A. Smith, who I said Shannon Sharp, Jason Whitlock. These Negroes are caping for Caitlin Clark hard, caping hard for Caitlin Clark hard. These same Negroes are claiming that it's racism. Well, one in particular, claiming that it's racist that she's not on the team. When I counted 4 or 5 white women that were already on the team. So how the hell is it racist? Then they say, well, okay, then it's sexism, it's gender bias, or it's a sexual preference bias because Caitlin Clark is a heterosexual female and you have lesbians on the team. It's like, stop it. Cut it out. Stop. 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 The chick ain't that good, man. I mean, she's decent. She's averaging 16 points, but her defense stands a lot to be desired, and she has a high turnover rate. She's on one of the worst teams in the WNBA, the Indiana Fever. They're the second worst team in the WNBA. So this whole notion that she needs to be, put on the team because she's the so-called GOAT, it's like stop, stop. Yes, she's the all-time leading scorer in women's and men's um, basketball, college basketball. I get that, but she hasn't won a damn thing. Goose egg. She has the scoring, she has a scoring record, but she hasn't won a damn thing. So stop. And then you got people comparing it to Christian Leitner. It's like, stop it. Christian Leitner came off winning a back-to-back title, national title at Duke. I don't think that Christian Leitner should have been selected over Shaq. I thought that was crazy, but he did win back-to-back national titles um, before they selected the Dream Team. So it's like, okay, I get it, but Shaq was the better player. He was. So you can't compare that. You can't compare her to what Christian Leitner, him being selected. You can't do it. But you know what? These Negroes are caping hard. I mean, they are caping hard. They're caping so hard for her. I doubt they cape this hard for their own children's mothers. They won't cape this hard for their baby mamas. It's like, man, damn. It's like, is she y'all chick or something? They are putting on this cape and they are just Captain Save a hoe. Not calling. I should call her. I'm not calling her a hoe, but it's like Captain. It's almost like that. It's like, damn, y'all are caping too hard. She should be on the team. It's a travesty. It's a business. It's like, man, stop. And she's only selling out games in her arena, her home arena, and when she go on the road. But other games are selling out too. Not just her game, games that she's playing in. They're selling out in other arenas too. So it's beyond ridiculous. They are caping hard. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down. Hit the subscribe button so you get notifications on the new videos on here. They are caping too hard. It's like I doubt if y'all will ever cape this hard for any black woman, including your baby's mamas or black people, especially when we, facing injustice, inequality, and freedom. Will you cape this hard for us? No, you won't. But you cape this hard for some white woman that you don't know, some young white girl who's already getting white privilege. So what? Why? I mean, I get it. ESPN is owned by Disney, so they puppet masters. It's pulling their strings. Well, I know Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp, they work for ESPN. So the puppet masters are pulling their strings. Kate for Kate and Clark. Kate for puppets. Kate for. And so the puppet masters must do what the puppet. I mean, excuse me. The puppets must do what the puppet masters say. So I mean, I guess I kind of get it, but it's still sad. It's just a sad display to watch day in and day out black man sit up here and defend his white woman like it's driving Miss Daisy. Like it's like I have to defend her. I have to defend her. I have to defend this white woman. When you don't even have white sports analysts doing this, but these Negroes up here doing it, just embarrassing, just disgusting. But again, their puppet masters are pulling the strings, and so the puppets must do what the puppet masters say. Sad. Moving on from her, going into hip hop again, and I spoke about this last week and other times on on this platform here. Dr. Dre, Rakim, LL Cool J, they are caping for Eminem that he's the GOAT. And it's shameful for Dre because he discovered Eminem. If anything, Eminem should be caping for him. Why is a black man who discovered a white rapper caping for this white rapper when this white rapper should be caping for the producer, the producer that discovered him? Again, puppet masters. The puppets must do what the puppet masters say. But it's like, come on, man, really? So out of all the MCs, Rakim, KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, Nas, Mr. Scarface, Method Man, Redman, Cos, Cube, Tupac, Biggie, Kool Mo D, LL Cool J, Slick Rick, out of all these MCs, Queen Latifah, MC Light, Bahamadia, Malik B from the late Malik B, Black Dog, Royce the 5'9", Common, Twister, Andre 3000, Big Boy, Big Gip, all these MCs, all these great lyricists from the East Coast, the West Coast, the Midwest, down South. Eminem is greater than all of them. This is lunacy. It is lunacy. And you have some of the pioneers in hip hop co-signing with this. It's insanity. It's insanity. The DOC, who would have been the greatest lyricist on the West Coast had he not damaged his voice. All these MCs that I just mentioned, Eminem is greater than all of them. Really. What uplifting songs do Eminem have? Eminem makes songs for serial killers. He makes songs for school shooters. Let's keep it 1,000. So something, and I'm just sick and tired of black people caping for these artists, for these white people. Hip hop is something that was created by foundational black Americans. Let me repeat that again. Hip hop was created by foundational black Americans. It was created by us. But yet a white man should be, he just took it over. He's the greatest for something that we created. But they did it back in the 50s. We created rock and roll. Well, back in the 40s, we created rock and roll. Late 40s, early 50s. Chubby Checker. I'm sorry. Yes, Chubby Checker. You had Little Richard. Many, many, many others who started and created rock and roll, but Elvis got the credit for it. Elvis borrowed from them. Chuck Berry, Little Richard, Chubby Checker, all of them. Elvis borrowed from them, but he's the greatest. Really. He's the king of rock and roll. And that used to piss Little Richard off something serious. And I don't blame him. Peace, my brother. How you doing? Happy Thursday. Thank you for tuning in. Assalamu alaikum. But Elvis is the king. All these greats that was in rock and roll. I know I didn't name some of them. I'm sorry. Charge it to my head, not to my heart. But y'all know who they are. They came before Elvis, but he's the greatest. He's the king. Now they're doing it with hip hop. Hip hop has been around for 51 years. All these great MCs, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, the Sugar Hill Gang, Houdini, all these great artists that was in those groups, Run DMC, Ice T, the OG, the West Coast OG. But Eminem greater than all of them. He's better than all of them. This white boy is the face of hip hop. He's better than all of them. All of them. He's the GOAT. Stop it. And you have black artists in hip hop who are legends co-signing this BS. That's the most upsetting part. It's like this is disrespectful to y'all. But Negroes will cape hard even when it's disrespectful to them because they're so brainwashed. And I know we want to include, I know white people want to be included. I know that we want to include them. I get it. This is why I hate integration because when you integrate, it's co opted or it's taken over by white people. It is. Pick any city, predominantly black neighborhoods have been taken over by white people. It's so bad now that you couldn't afford to move back to your old neighborhood even if you wanted to. Now you are in the suburbs because you wanted to be close to whiteness. You thought being close to white was so great. You can't even afford to go back to your own hood, your old hood. You got to stay out there and wherever you at because it's cheaper to stay out there than to move back to your old hood. So now you stuck out there. They saw value in something that you wanted to run away from. Now, don't get me wrong. There have been white artists that contributed to hip hop. The Beastie Boys, Third Base. You have had that, and many others. You had a DJ out of Tokyo, DJ Honda. You have plenty of Puerto Rican and Jamaican MCs. So you had that. It's nothing wrong with them contributing to it, but to let this white boy who makes, like I said a few seconds ago, makes school shooter music or serial killer music. It's the face of hip hop. It's lunacy. That's right. Elijah Muhammad did warn us about integration decades ago. It's destroyed black economics. This is so true. But we didn't listen. We let it go in one ear, right out the other. We did. Elijah Muhammad told us that. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications on the new videos on here. I mean, look, Eminem has made songs talking about killing his mother, the woman that gave birth to his dumbass, killing his mother. Not only that, killing his daughter's mother, throwing her car in the trunk of his car, throwing her body in the trunk of his car, and dumping her body in the river. But that's the god of hip hop. That's something a serial killer would want to listen to. A school shooter talking about killing your mother and then killing your daughter's mother, burying her, throwing her body in the trunk of your car, and burying her body in the river. That is a serial killer music. If I ever have heard of it, that is music for a serial killer. But that's the goat. How can I be remiss not to mention Chuck D, the great Chuck D from Public Enemy, the great Chuck D. Eminem is better than Chuck D. Really, he's better than Sadat X, Grand Puba, Lord Jamar. Really, these brothers are from Brand Nubian. Really, so many artists, but this white boy better than all of them. It's absolutely in asinine and lunacy. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But that's the day we're living in. If it's white, it's right. It's great. But they did the same thing in the NBA. I mean, Larry Bird was a great player, but he wasn't the greatest. But when I was a kid, I heard white boys say that. Larry Bird's the greatest. He won 3 straight MVPs, won 2 NBA championships. He's the greatest. He's the greatest. Same thing in baseball. Roger Clemens. He's the greatest. He's the greatest. I mentioned Caitlin Clark in women's basketball. Never mind, you have Angel Reese, Rakia Jackson, and in the past you had Dawn Staley, Shamika Holslaw, um, Tamika Catchings, Cheryl Swoops, all these great players, Rebecca Lobo, Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, Cheryl Miller, Cheryl Miller, who I think is the greatest ever in women's basketball. So it's like, come on, really? But that's what people do. They like to worship these white artists like they're the greatest. Like they, if it wasn't for them, then the art wouldn't existed. If it wasn't for Eminem, there wouldn't be no hip hop. And we know that's a goddamn lie. And you have these pioneers, these legends in hip hop co-signing this BS. That's what pisses me off. We love the cape, love it. I'm gonna hop off of here, y'all. I think I made my point known how upset I am about this. Let me know what you think. Drop your comments below. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear your opinions. Please drop your comments. I know there are going to be some who disagree with me, and that's fine. All I ask is that you use logic and respect, not emotion and disrespect. And let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Again, let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Drop your comments in the chat. Let me know what you think. Use logic and respect, not emotion and disrespect. Share this video, share it, share it, share it. Continue to support my channel here. Support it. Our brother needs your love and support. Support my channel and my podcast. Sisters as well as brothers, please be safe. I mentioned earlier in this video, the weather is starting to break in many parts of the country, starting to get hot out. So people are starting to come out, enjoy the outdoors more now because we're in the summer. So, well, not officially, but we're close to being in summer because it's starting to get hot in many parts of the country. And we know that when the heat rises, temperatures rise. This is a fact. Sociologists have studied this. When it gets hot outside and the temperature rise, tempers rise. So be safe, be aware, and be aware. Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy. So please beware and be aware. I love y'all. Continue to support your brother, and y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. I love y'all immensely. All right, take care. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum.